Well, welcome back, everyone. As you're going to stick with me and Inbound. I guess Gore and Inbound. I should make sure I introduce myself a little bit.
Me and you.
Me and you and me. So happy together. No, I got to shake head on that one. Never mind. I thought that's where we were going to end up going, but I'm excited for this one because these were the guys that were supposed to win it all and had the egos coming into it. I believe actually even what Hazer had said on Twitter yesterday was it's unfortunate that jungles and carries are the ones that made it all the way to the finals, but the solo lane egos had to be put in check. Unfortunately, 5 of those egos are about to get inflated slightly and the others deflated. So I guess it's a net neutral trade-off, and we'll have to find out. But as we look at it, we can look at the schedule so you know what's going up and coming up ahead. We already did jungle v jungle, carry v carry, as we just saw, to prove the best of those roles. Now we're going to do solo v solo. Later, supports will take each other on. And tomorrow morning, before we jump into the finals, the mids are going to be playing each other. And then, of course, we'll see Oath take on Vote for the finals. And so if you're trying to remember, okay, so who's on what and who's playing where, this is the teams that you're going to be looking at. And we are zoning in up at the top row. If you're looking for tomorrow, I believe the NBKs and Revenge Tour are the 2 teams that you're going to need to keep in reminder for the finals. And for both of those, Revenge Tour actually lost, NBK just lost, so making it to the finals. Some people are going to claim that where Mickey wins, things like that. These teams, I can't believe they made it there. But we're looking at Sololane Sluggers and the Fonzo fam. So 10 solo lanes enter. I guess 5 will exit. The other 5 will exit a little bit later with their heads hung slightly dejectedly. If you're looking at the solo lane teams, though, Bobby, are you looking at anybody as elevated over the others?
The Ducky support has put on a performance this entire weekend. He has not missed chains. He is hitting Ganesh abilities, although it's not too hard to hit Ganesh abilities. That's why a lot of people play Ganesh. It's easy to hit his abilities. But he's smoking on with Ares. He's putting on a performance with Ares, and Ducky surely is probably my favorite for one of the better off-rollers so far.
Better off-rollers. Do you have someone that they're just a nicer person and you just want to root for them more? Do you put somebody else on blast? That was a really leading question.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it could have been
anybody.
Could have been anyone.
Could have been anyone. We'll see. I guess how these teams go against Sololane Sluggers, Fonzo fam, and as we slice them up and maybe look at them individually as a team, it's mechanics is always what comes up with solo lanes, right? And you look over here. You see, of course, someone like Baskin, his caliber of play, who has been around for a while. Sot, I think Nika as well. Ducky, you just mentioned. It feels like this was the team that felt, honestly, when we saw them play at the beginning of yesterday, maybe the more rounded or well-rounded of the 2 solo lane teams. Still came up a little short in their matchups there, but it is always mechanics that come up with solo laner. So is that true in your experience and with these players?
I mean, if you don't have to ask me, if you ask them, they're going to be telling you about how good they're mechanically. They could play any god, any role. Like the Yarkor thing, plays solo, plays ADC, plays just about anywhere. Now he's actually just changing roles to ADC.
Yeah.
He's just playing ADC now when he started as a solo laner. And I think every solo laner thinks that they could play any role, thinks they could play any god, and do just as well. But, I mean, they're already out of the tournament. Both these teams lost yesterday.
Yeah. Unfortunate for them, but maybe shows us their true colors, right? In the great beyond. And I know, actually very similar to what you were saying, because Hardcore has made that full swap. Sot has been sitting in mid, and I believe there's been conversation from him where he's like, yeah, I could be a mid laner and stuff like that. And I mean, he looked decent at it, at least since that one yesterday. Ducky, I also have to give credit to Ducky where it's due. He made a good support, but I guess that frontline mentality from solo lane translated over. I know at least one of those games was on Ganesh too, so someone's going to come in and have an argument for or against it. But it feels like this is a team that, again, top to bottom, has a lot of guys, a lot of names that are flexible from what we've seen. But if they can step up to beat the Fonzo fam is really the question. Because as we know, could they step up to beat the other roles? The answer to mid? Yeah, they slapped mid actually around, both the solo lane teams. But then they each got smacked by a jungle and carry role, respectively. and so they're going to have to figure that out. But can you beat other solo laners? Which I guess is what they do most of the time, assuming that you've been winning. And so, Fonzo fam, the other side, you got Haddix, Variety, fineokay, Cxnnahh, Aquarius. 4 of these names have been around, well, I should say 3 of them have been around a while and have had a lot of success throughout their career. Haddix hasn't been around as long, but has had a lot of success throughout his career. And Cxnnahh is one of those guys that is, joining the league now, but also feels like he could have a lot of success in his career. And so, at least solo lane-wise, these guys are doing great.
Yeah, I mean, also, Cxnnahh's been talked about since, I think it was last year, where if you talk to some of the players, they were saying, like, Cxnnahh was next up. If it wasn't for so-and-so joining the team, like, Cxnnahh was our next option. And he's kind of been on that precipice of being like an SPL player. He's been at the top of the EU SDC. So he's kind of been at that place, and now he finally is here. We're going to see him play. I think he's been playing mid all week, so we get to see him play a little bit more mid lane before we officially get to see him in solo lane. But, I mean, he's played well in mid.
Yeah, it's the testament to his skill, right, and where he's going to stand. Now, I will say, so ego list, we were talking about it, solo lane was up at the top.
Got to be number 1.
But in the, I guess, best off-rollers list, they were the ones who were claiming that they were going to be able to do everything. As we've learned, that's not the case, but, like, do you still see them as in this game, in this set, I guess, as legitimate threats to each other, or are we going to get some, like, Pentakid level style of play?
I don't know. We've seen some pretty mediocre SMITE out of these solo laners over the past couple days, so I can't expect anything more than that. It's not like we're watching the junglers with the ADCs. No, not that bad. I won't take it to him that bad, but we can't expect too perfect SMITE. It's not like we're watching those junglers, those ADCs. We'll see some mediocre SMITE. We'll see a lot of people trying to take some ego 1v1s. Yeah. Maybe we see a pentakill, but I'm doubting it a little bit.
I just got to say, I'm proud, when we're looking at the list of teams that were, like, eliminated from the main tournament, I am really proud, like, that the supports were willing to just absolutely throw in order to make the other roles feel better about themselves. Like,
selfless.
It's just and it's the same thing that you would expect. It's the support mentality where they were like, if we come in and trash everybody, if we make this a support finals, everyone's going to be so down on themselves. We're going to have to come back and play with these guys in a couple weeks. We got to feed the egos a little bit.
Yeah.
And luckily, it seems like they got in the conversation of, like, whose ego needed feeding the most, and so far have adjusted that. And now we get to see what the solo lanes have to offer for each other. 5 of these guys are going to walk out the better of the 10 solo laners that are in this building today, and the other 5 are not going to do that. Do you think, especially because what we've seen, like, across the 10 players, is there any reason to change up? Like, Baskin was playing jungle, Sot was playing mid, Ducky support, Nika was carry, Julio just held solo. Is there any reason to, like, change up some of the roles here?
I think maybe both teams should switch up just about anything.
They did lose,
because they're both losers. Yeah. They both have lost. They should learn a lot from me as a big loser, that maybe changing it up will help a little bit, and maybe they could start to win. But yeah, I hope we see some mix-up. Maybe somebody plays something a little funky. Maybe we see some flex gods like that Ola run. See who's going to be playing that, since that's such a prio pick in these games. But I do hope we see some mix-ups.
I'm anticipating it. I'm also watching Kabam with his head down. I'm assuming while they're trying to get Ducky set up and pulled in and everything, but it seemed like his day in the limelight, like, of carry, maybe was making him rethink everything. He's just like, man, I'm here adminning again.
Maybe he's getting the text about, yo, Kabam, we need a solo laner to play.
Yeah. That wasn't him, like,
that
wasn't in the production Discord talking to anybody or looking for anything. That was him, like, just clearing the notifications of how many teams are contacting him right now to just please come join us, Kabam. We need you. You're going to make us better. And he's very graciously rejecting.
Yeah, I mean, as Kabam does, he's not gonna let him know too badly. He's gonna let him down lightly. Say he likes what he's doing right now. He doesn't want to take his time and do this SPL stuff.
When we talk about, like, solo lane ego, Kabam's the other opposite. Absolutely humble. Almost doesn't know how worthy he truly is, but he recognizes that, but doesn't want to flaunt it to everybody. Not like those 5 bozos. They're going to do it every single opportunity they get. It's going to be a little more humble. Again, trying to get them into game. The big question I wish I had a bigger question to follow that up because it felt like I was going somewhere with it.
Big lead up.
I was really hoping my brain was going to give me
Pop something
something. I'm
up.
going to be honest with you. I ran straight into a brick wall. Is there, because, Kana was mid. I believe we saw Haddix in jungle. Should fineokay be the support from what we've seen, especially considering, and I'll even take in SPL performances. You look at variety in some of his games, and you go back, depending. You've got triple kills on Thanatos on the world stage, and sometimes you've got 1 in 9 games on Cerberus when the rest of the team's doing pretty good, but he'll be what have they called it? Quote unquote designated enter, which is, hey, you die, we'll clean up afterward. Do you feel like putting him in carry maybe clashes with the mentality that he's had going into his own role?
I think Harry's fine doing anything. Harry will do whatever you need him to do, but I do think Alec may be in a different role because of all those years of YouTube videos and he's playing these funky gods. He probably knows how to play just about everything under the sun. Maybe we get him on a different role than support because, support's a little bit harder to carry on, as we all know. It's hard to carry these guys, so maybe we get him maybe we get him into a better role, an easier to carry role.
And honestly, I think it balances out. And even more to your point, I remember last week we were watching, and while the games themselves picks were interesting and a little more outlandish, we were pulling up fineokay videos so I could look at his build because I was like, okay, well, he's got a video of this guy in the last week. Might as well see. And I'm pretty sure he did it as advertisement for his own YouTube. Not only because I kept saying, hey, I'm looking up the video now, but also I believe the gods he was going to were all the ones in order of release. Okay, well, I just did this one, I just did this one, I just did this one with Pele solo, Tiamat solo, and things like that. So I guess another inadvertent shout out to fineokay's YouTube channel. Also shout out to your YouTube channel for all the content.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Fine. Shout out me. Thank you.
Go follow. If you have to follow one of those two, make it inbound. But if you follow both, you're probably just going to be better at SMITE. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I can agree. I can agree with that.
Intrinsically, you learn more, you play better. You probably, look, this one comes with a disclaimer, asterisk on it. I can't guarantee this one, but you probably also are, a better human being, better in the world, nicer, and find more success. As bands come through, Sololane Sluggers, get rid of Afro, Marty, Yamoja, the other side. You got Tyr, you got Herc, you got Sun Wukong, which I will say all of those feel like a Julio band. And then it's set, first pick.
Yeah, that actually just feels like Julio's most 3 likely to be picked gods. And then they just snap block set. The Solo Sluggers are trying to get in, get out, just like Stu did, drop 27 kills, and then move on to the next set, next game.
Always looking ahead, these guys. And you know what? We talk about the egos. We might see some ego plays in this game.
I can nearly guarantee we'll see at least one ego play because we'll probably get some triple kills, some quadra kills, and somebody's gonna have to go for the pentakill with that set.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you don't get it, what's even the point of a first pick?
Exactly.
You wasted everybody's
wasted
time.
Pick.
And absolutely wasted the pick. Fonzo fam looking for their rebuttal. And Anubis has been pretty popular this week. 3 games played. Ignore the fact that he's only won 1 of them, but 3 of them, and this will be his 4th. It feels like he's a big pick. And finally, some Cupid play out here. We've been asking for it. Everyone's been wondering where it was. And the Fonzo fam's here to deliver.
I don't know if anybody was asking where the Cupid was, because no, I don't know.
You're never going to miss that head.
Nope, no, I don't think a single person has said, yo, give me some Cupid games. But this Anubis keeps coming out as a counter to the set, and it keeps just getting dunked on. The set just does everything kind of Anubis does. It does it better and safer and faster and stronger and cooler and taller and probably just about everything.
Handsome, more successful. He gets more gold.
Yeah, just everything. Gets more passive stacks from Horus than Anubis does.
Man.
Cool stuff.
What is this Anubis? You know what? What's he even doing up there? Why is he even here anymore?
Yeah, I don't. he's lost 2 games. There's gonna be maybe a 3rd.
But if he wins this, it's 50-50, and all of a sudden maybe
he's a good pick.
Combo.
And then we should first pick him, right? That's what it means.
I have to lock him in. I can't believe people aren't even putting their faith in it now. Or alternatively, depending on how this game goes, can't believe these guys keep putting their faith in this god. We'll see. Look, I'm gonna. You know what? You see Anubis Cupid, and you're like, all right, Fonzo fam, they're here to have some fun. They're keeping with the Fs. Fonzo fam fun. Sololane Sluggers, Sweaty. That's what I'm getting here.
Keeping with the S's.
Freya and Fafnir. It's ridiculous.
Solo Sluggers, Sweaties, and Fonzo Fam Fun. They're sticking with the consonant.
Yes.
They're sticking with the consonant, and they're just rocking with it. On the Ama pick 2,
Alliteration? Yeah.
are we going to see a 10-minute Fire Giant? Is that the Fonzo fan comp? They don't care about the first 10 minutes. They're waiting for the objectives to spawn, and then they're sprinting to them.
Yeah, look, feed your brains out, but then you got an Anubis ult, you got an Ama, you got Shred. You got to do it. At this point, maybe even lock in a Merlin. You'll have the burn. Just see what you can do. As the solo bans continue from Fonzo fam, as we mentioned earlier, Tier Hercules, Sun Wukong. Joining that is going to be King Arthur and Guan Yu. It is 5 warriors. And so for those of you out there who want any sort of propaganda, screenshot this now, because it's literally never going to happen ever.
That is crazy.
To have this many solo laners banned out. And it's just to control what the Sololane Sluggers are real good at.
This is them just building up each other's egos. Like, yeah, let's ban all these warriors. They're so OP.
They're so good at it.
They're so good. We got to get them off the tier. He can't play Herc. We got to get him off the Wukong. Try to get him on, like, a mage or something.
Yeah, force him on to something terrible. You know, like any of those other tabs.
Yeah,
at
just
least
not
in
a
their
warrior.
Mind, yeah. Every now and then, like, they'll think, like, okay, well, Guardians are, like, fine, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Artio buff. Yeah. Guess we have to play Artio.
Raven and Terra was banned on the other side. Terra's one of the ones that, theoretically, they should be trying to scoop up. But I guess that falls in line with maybe some of the solo lane bans. Fonzo fam looking for their 4th pick.
Are they going to stick with the sprint to objectives and Burnham comp with, like, a Janus? Like you said...
You literally spoke it into existence.
I know what they were going to do. I'm going to see... Okay, I'm calling it right now. If we don't see a 10-minute and, like, 10-second Fire Giant, the Fonzo fam comp, it's not going to work out. They have to. They have to get the Fires. They have to get the Gold Furies.
Fonzo fam Fast is the other F.
The 4th F.
Fast and fun. Janus, does it worry you a little bit that not only... So he was locked in, and you had kind of said, like, it fits. He's doing worse than Anubis. Anubis at least has the 1 win. Janus, 3 games, no wins. That feels like it might not be... Is he really the way to go to?
It is risky. It's very risky picking a god that hasn't won yet.
Yeah.
Because then you're trying to break the streak of the character losing, and all that pressure's on you, and you're expected to win now, otherwise you're just going to keep losing.
Has a trash win rate. What's going on this week?
Does any god win? Has any god won this weekend?
Oh, and Artemis hasn't even been picked up. So we don't even get to know.
We actually have seen a lot of Artemis bans, and now we have an Artemis pick.
So I think that's really revealing where she's been at. Is maybe one of the strongest. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. We got some name tag Jenga going on. But finally,
that looks good.
And I think, honestly, what Trelly did there, so for those of you who are maybe unaware because you haven't seen this again yet, but in front of inbound is now Trelly's tag. Which I think for him was a good way to really illustrate the similarities that you have as expert analysts and really good at what you do.
I think you're right. I can't think of another reason that he would want his name in front of me, or maybe he's like passing the torch to me as like, you're the next up cast analyzer.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, good luck.
He's like, here, I bestow upon you my name. Also, I'm out. Goodbye. Does Chronos fit into your Fonzo fam fast, fun?
Fast. And fun. Surely Chronos
Fire
is one of the more fun.
We got
Ooh, 5 Fs. Well, fire, but Chronos is surely like a fun character, right? We are marking him down as a fun comp.
I enjoy him.
I very much enjoy him, and you can sprint to objectives with him also and just beat down on those objectives too.
So in reality, the 5F Fonzo fam fun fast fire squad. Man, I hope that y'all keep this up. By the way, I'm gonna J-Max over there. I trust you to continue. Just don't drop any F bombs because I think we'll get in trouble. So there's
that one's not on us. We've claimed the other 5 F
There's
words.
Like so many F words you can go to. You surely can avoid one.
Like funky. You can have that one.
Oh, the funky, fresh Fonzo fam fun fast fire squad.
I don't even know how you just did that. That just went over my head. All I've got is fun. Fonzo fam is fun. That's what I've got.
Fonzo fam.
Yeah, you got everything
fun.
else. Everything else
it's
is on you.
It's like to channel my inner aggro, like in SpongeBob when they were coming up with different like slogans. and they came up with chum is fum for the chum bucket.
Where were you going somewhere with this? Or?
No, I was just like that was the similarities between the two. I feel like that's what I was trying.
Oh, chum is fum.
It's like
Fonzo is fum.
Fonzo, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Full circle, baby. We've all landed here. So solo lanes, the Sololane Sluggers that are sweating really hard with their set locked in to try and take on
the set.
The funky, fresh Fonzo fam fun fire squad.
You keep doing it well too. I don't know how you're doing it.
What's going to be better is trying to get them to remember. I'm trying to repeat it as many times as possible so they know the 6 that I've dropped, and so they can add 7, 8, 9. If we get to 10, I consider that a huge win.
Yeah, just like you want them to get triple-double deaths and kills and everything.
Everything's double digits with me for some reason.
Yeah, no, I like that about you. I like that about you.
Yeah, always the double digit
Love
guy.
that.
Well, it is going to be Sololane Sluggers, Fonzo fam taking each other on. If you're looking at these two teams, you know egos are coming into play. You know what the lineups are now as you have all 10. Who do you think's got the advantage?
I will say solo laners are the one role that just hate fun. So I'm actually going to go to the opposite side and say the solo sluggers sweating with set to win the set are going to be taking home the victory in this first game.
You know what? That would make sense because we've seen the things you listed equal win most of the time. And so the solo lanes, oh my God, I can do the Fs, but I can't do the S's apparently. That's where it all falls apart. Fun fact, I had to go to speech therapy when I was a kid for my R's and my L's, as did every kid in my family for some reason. There's some interesting tidbit information. Let's jump into game number 1 of the Solos v. the Solos with J-Mac and Trelly.
That's right. It is game number 1 of our roll v roll with the Sololane Sluggers. And I'm only going to try this one time. The Funky Fresh Fonzo Fam Fun Fast Fire Squad. I think I got the full name, and that's all I'm going to go. The problem is they messed up their draft, Trelly. They didn't draft a single god with an F that starts with an F.
Well, what you must understand, J-Mac, is that this...
I don't think there's an F in any of their names either. Like even just a letter F in there.
They didn't make the bid. Gore made the bid. And they weren't adhering to anything. They don't even know this is happening as we speak. So I don't think they were trying to pick any sort of F gods.
All right. Gore points to fineokay and says there's an F right there. That's part of his... I guess that's part of fineokay's name, but the gods themselves don't have it. Also, you might be looking at the left side of the screen and going, who is very silly guy? That's Ducky. Ducky is renamed himself to Very Silly Guy. So if you see that pop up and at any moment you hear us say Ducky, that's who we're referring to. And if you're wondering who we're referring to for Very Silly Guy, well, it's Ducky in that case. So just got to get that out there. That was told to me by production.
You're telling me.
He could have gone with Very Silly Goose just to keep up like the bird-like theme, but no.
It's going to throw me off, man. He is a very silly guy. He's on the Fafnir, got some frenzy popped. I don't know if you noticed this, but there was an invade towards red buff, and then immediately a teleport away. Kana took red and teleported over to duo lane. He seems annoying to try and deal with, but hey, no red buff for you, Fonzo fam, sorry.
Not allowed to have it. No fun for the Fonzo fam. The Sololane Sluggers, I think Inbound put it best. This is a team that is kind of gone with a little bit sweatier of a composition to try and find a win, and they nearly take down Haddix. Now it's fineokay trying to run through. Does he have dash at level 3? Has he already used it? It's a whoop there. A little bit more damage, but I think the skewers just went right around fineokay. And he and Haddix will both live.
Well, the good news is fineokay saved onto his safety relic there. His teleport is still available. He can use that to get out of the next fight instead of the previous one. Jump in the disarm, not enough damage. You tell Aquarius wanted to find aggression there. Got plenty of clear, not plenty of kills secure. That's going to be the issue. Nika and this silly little goofball don't have enough clear to try and contest with the wave, but maybe they can go in for a steal for the shield buff. Never mind. Anubis just does way too much damage.
That's the one good thing that Anubis does do early. There's a lot of damage.
That doesn't really go away.
It doesn't necessarily go away, but it gets easier to deal with, I guess, as the game goes on, because he doesn't move very fast in his one. He doesn't move at all in his ultimate. You got enough distance, just stand away, throw a couple of abilities at him, and hope that it hits him a little harder than he hits you.
Not many characters can do that, though.
Not in this lobby.
No, once you get online, like late game, of course, if you're able to beat him to level 20, yeah, you can sometimes out-trade, but if you're in the actual grasping hands into Death Gaze combo, which again, sometimes hard to do, there are relics that could just get out of that immediately, if you are able to land it though. Pretty good damage, especially if you have that penetration online, which at the moment, of course, Aquarius does not have.
And seeing that it is Aquarius here on the Anubis, something that he's played a little bit in the past before, whenever he was solo laning, as opposed to being over in this lane. That's the fun of this event, is seeing the players outside of their traditional roles, seeing them go into support, over and towards mid, especially for the ones who have never competitively played outside of their role. Just makes that kind of bizarre feeling of, man, it's so strange seeing these guys over here. And then you get like pop-off players, like you get, you know, in the set before you had Stu Mid go like 27-1 or something like that in a game. Really making a namesake for himself there, kind of opening up his potential. You know, write that one down on the resume, Stu. You get a nice 27-kill game for yourself. Makes it a little bit nicer whenever you have to try and fight for a new position next year, because, man, he goes from Worlds Finals to not having an SPL spot, makes it into the SPL. Now he's got an extra little bit for himself. He can do ADC or he can do mid.
I don't know if he's putting that on the resume, man. I don't know if that game gets the competitive integrity of an actual SPL set, but you're right. Stu's got a pretty decent set. You get to see Baskin go in for a gank. Remember, Aquarius has the ultimate. We get to see who does more damage. Turns out it's Baskin, but Cxnnahh is able to show up and return the kill. And here comes through space and time. Will there be someone attached to it? Seems like it. Haddix wants to try and find a gank here, but Nika and Ducky are waiting for him.
Oh, Haddix blinks through, but he maybe gets stunned by Nika. Heart Bomb is there, and that's the kill for the Fonzo fam. Now, can they find a turn and burn onto Ducky? No, SOT has shown up on the set, and now fineokay will fall down, and it's Haddix next up on the chopping block for SOT. Cxnnahh tries to close in the gap to get down and finds the kill on the very silly guy, but that is 3 for SoloOrTroll on the set. A killing spree to start the game.
Well, I was going to say that SOT's got a steep hill to climb to try and rival what Stewart was able to do on the set mid. That's about as good of a start as you can ask for, getting a triple kill, rotating over to duo lane, thanks to the extra movement, and thanks to the just absolute brawl that was happening over on that side of the map. SOT gets to clean up 3 kills for the Sololane Sluggers, put themselves in the lead. Relatively smart there. Cxnnahh still has 2 kills, though. The Amaterasu has been in decent position. Remember, that is technically a support, but Eye of the Jungle, Golden Blade, still plenty of damage this Amaterasu can dish out.
Aqua cleared right mids, then went to left mids. I mean, I guess he's going back to lane now, but he took a pretty hefty detour route just to get back to lane.
Wants his farm, man.
And he's getting some of that farm. Question is, will he hit 7 on this wave? Yes, he will. So he's actually ahead of Nika from that small rotation there.
Oh, the whoop.
But now it's a collapse onto Cxnnahh. If they can find this pick, it'd be great for the Sololane Sluggers. Give it over to SOT. No, it'll be Baskin who grabs it with the ultimate. Now Julio in the 2v1. I think this is the first time this event we've seen Julio off of a warrior pick on a mage this time with the Hebo.
Yep, Hebo. An all-role superstar if you're able to get him online so far. Does have the Spear of Desolation over Variety, who's just rocking Book of Thoth for now, so should be able to return just a little bit more damage. The jungle Cupid showed up, didn't like their odds, instead goes mid, and now fineokay has to drop the ult defensively, and Sad is still trying to find kills here. The skewer! He hits all 3 clones and just deletes Haddix. Cxnnahh should be able to get the return kill. That's a shutdown. 4-0, 4-1. Cxnnahh gonna get some extra gold in his pocket for the Amaterasu pick, which has been pretty solid for cleaning up kills so far this game.
SOT had so many clones from that Kingslayer passive kicking in, from his initial spawns that he already had up at that point. And as you say, lands 3
Not easy
right
to do.
on top. Now Variety getting some bailout from fineokay, who teleports over to the lane. Julio, no mana to his name. Can fineokay and Variety close the gap enough? No, not quite. And even the stop time after is not fast enough to catch Julio. Back to safety at tier 1. Maybe the most important, burned 2 relics by himself.
Yep, and I thought that Julio may have been able to find that kill, but just didn't quite have the MP5. Had to turn around the second that teleport came through. fineokay just could not finish the kill. Didn't have the movement speed to really catch up to Julio there. 7-4 though. The Sololane Sluggers have been, I'm not going to say dominating, but definitely controlling the pace of the game so far. I think they've got a better early game draft to do so. The Fonzo fam wants to get online late game. So you do see a bit of a death gaze there from Aquarius trying to confirm that shield buff. They got these mages though, right? You got Anubis, you have Janus, you have the Chronos, all which love level 20 fights. Not so much early on when you don't really have the itemization to back up your damage.
SOT in his Very silly guy support, able to steal away green buff. Cxnnahh dashes away. Tier 1 tower still threatening enough, so I'm not going to dive that one yet. Even though he's already at that level 9.4-1. Blue buff for himself. What's got your
I mean,
fancy
look at very
bit?
silly guy's cam. It doesn't even say Ducky there. Just we have just leaned into the very silly guy.
Well, that's his official rebrand now. He's no longer Ducky. For the rest of SPL, he's now very silly guy.
You know what? I support you, very silly guy. As long as he keeps being silly.
He's got to stay silly. He has to live up to the name.
If he's not silly for 1 second, I'm going to be furious at him.
It's not just silly. He has to be very silly.
Cxnnah's being very silly at the moment.
Tier 1 tower. He's going to die. Question is, who's going to get the kill? Oh, Nika takes that one away from SOT. They're saying that, nah, only Stu's allowed to go 27-1 on set. Nobody else is able to. But also, Nika just wants to get some extra kills for him. Is he? No, it'd be dominance, I'm at. I don't think he would double stack.
He could. I mean,
I guess you could.
I do think dominance is the correct call. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right call. You know, at this point, I think Nika might want a little bit of extra just ability damage, you know, some extra power. Here comes the Janus ult. Does it mean something? No. Very silly guy on his own for the time being, just juking around trying to find the hammer. Nika does show up, though. How much damage do you have for the buff? They will grab it. Here comes the Draconic Transformation. Could be a target.
Baskin in danger, turns back around to fight fineokay, but Haddix shuts him down with an unstable vortex, and Nika takes down Cxnnahh with the help of Tusky. Haddix picks up the double kill in mid. Sot tries to dive on top, and Haddix says, "This is my lane. You do not get to tower dive me."
Unfortunate there. Sot was able to clean up 1 kill, but you're not getting out safely. Not when Haddix is around to claim the double. Now this Janus finally getting some kills under his belt. Blood everywhere. I mean, fighting in every single lane, essentially. Is that what you expected? Because that's pretty much par for the course as far as I was concerned for a solo lane v solo lane matchup.
I was expecting that for, I think, every match that happens today, and then the first one that'll happen tomorrow is just constant fighting. Turn this Conquest game into arena with objectives. More than anything, oh, I guess we already do have arena with an objective now. You haven't played the new arena map. Fire Giant's on that map. But also Fire Giant here spawns in just now, and this was the time. I'm going to point it back to what the desk is talking about. This is where Inbound and Gore were kind of putting the emphasis, is where the Fonzo fam needs to be, is at this Fire Giant right now. Because if they haven't, feels like they may have just wasted the potential of this composition. Do you tend to agree with something along that line? You have an Anubis, you've got a Cupid, Janus. Is this a kill Fire Giant? No, for now it's kill Haddix. At least for Sololane Sluggers.
Big
Triple
ult.
stun by Cxnnahh. The turnaround is good, but it's an immediate stun by a very silly guy to keep Aquarius from getting the rest of his damage. But now Aquarius only has the ultimate to try and fight back, and he doesn't get a fight for very long. Baskin up to the sky. Nika with a kill, and the very silly guy gets to live for a little while longer. Maybe a turn back to Cxnnahh, who's stolen away the green buff. Well, Baskin let this one go for free. The slow from the gumballs are hitting hard. And Cxnnahh is just running and delaying as much time as he can right into the Phoenix. He can't even go through the gate. You can't open the door. There are 2 birds there.
Unfortunate. Door got locked. Very silly guy gets to confirm the kill. And once we do get to see Julio go down, who has a crushing wave, wants to use it on the fineokay. Will he be able to get the auto off? Is he still going?
Does he turn this around? No, right, he missed.
Oh.
Okay, he got his stop time. He got that one.
That was nuts.
If Julio would have juked that out,
then he gets Variety spot. He's a Camelot king.
Yeah, he takes Variety's position. No longer.
If he kills them both, that's just it. You got to give up your spot.
Oh, Sot. Good God. We just saw how much damage he did earlier, and I'm still surprised by how much he does. Kingslayer active, that helps out. Nika versus Aquarius.
Oh,
Tusky is there, and there's the trap right after. Nika gets a solo kill up against Aquarius on the Artemis, and Baskin pelting autos through a couple of minions to help Cxnnahh out. Baskin doesn't have ult, so Cxnnahh gets to live.
J-Mac, you said earlier, gumballs.
Yeah.
Will this skin their tennis balls? I don't know if there's any skin where there's actually gumballs.
She doesn't have a candy skin, that's true. I think that's Soul who does, but
when
think about
Baskin
it.
presses too, you'll see. It's just they're tennis balls. I just want to make sure you knew that.
Yeah. This skin specifically, they are tennis balls.
He will eventually attack, I'm sure of it.
Soon.
I appreciate this, Doug. We really need this right now.
Wait. We might see one. Nope, it's the whoop. There we go.
Yeah,
yeah, okay. Little blue tennis ball. He is fighting through this. Has ultimate. Up to the sky. Damage to fineokay, but he's able to dash out. Now Cxnnahh can try and return the kill. Does do so. Very silly guy with the transformation. SOT waiting in the wings over by the speed buff. I'm not sure if Fonzo fam even knows that he's over here yet. He's waiting for that Kingslayer to come back online. Well, very silly guy's just begging for backup. He's got it with Julio. Haddix bails out. Variety gets the rewind, but SOT, he's not going to give up. The chase is still on. The skewers, the damage, the beads keep him out, and Julio will shut down Cxnnahh. Haddix tries to blink away, but it's right into certain death. SOT with the skewers. fineokay finds a double bomb, but it's fineokay next up for SOT. Second triple of the game.
It just is too easy. How many clones is this fan able to spawn? Aquarius is in a good position to try and find a shutdown kill here, but how much...
Well,
what?
He missed.
What direction was he? Where did you think he was going to come from? Green buff?
He's got to hit all of them. And even if he does...
Zakwa asleep at the wheel? Like, where was he looking there? He's like, are they going to come around? They're going to go right, left, right, left. He could have definitely killed Zod if he was looking, but he wasn't looking.
Oh, Cxnnahh, I don't think he's making it out of this one. Hastened online for Baskin, run it down. He's begging someone to come through that portal. He's saying, come on, Haddix, come on. Walk through the portal. Nope. He'll just walk at Haddix himself. So if you won't come to me, I'll come over to you. Tries to dive up to the tier 1 tower. Does have some backup from SOT, but maybe after getting clipped by Unstable Vortex, Baskin will think twice.
J-Mac, I want to dive into the genius. Never mind. I'm just going to dive into
the
mid lane to see Haddix go down with all these clones. Why not go for another one? It doesn't seem like fineokay's got that much damage. The clones are just disgusting.
What?
Aqua gets to pick up the shutdown kill. The blink comes through.
Oh, he missed everything. Oh, Baskin's up in the sky, returning some fire back. Julio's arrived on the scene. Can Cxnnahh get the kill? Needs all 3 plus more. Knock up from Julio, then a crushing wave after. Baskin's alive, and the meditation after guarantees his safety. Aqua, well, he tries to ult. He gets about 2 ticks and then dies right after. 25 kills for the Sololane Sluggers.
They are absolutely W-keying here, J-Mac. 10 kills for Sot, 4 for Julio, 4 for Baskin. Why not add another one to the mix? It's getting close. Can fineokay survive? The answer is no. Baskin puts up his 5th.
Sololane Sluggers commanding game number 1 against the Fonzo fam. It just feels like it's unrelenting force from this Sololane powerhouse team. Again, both solo laners have been knocked out of the main competition, knocked out same day, and they're not able to make their way to the grand final. So for them, this is their grand finals. Who's the better solo? Well, Nika does get the Blink Tusky, the trap on top of Cxnnahh. Nowhere for him to go, and Sot decides he wants to have that kill himself.
That's pretty cringe, man. Sot, Nika did all the work, blinked in, hit the ultimate, hit the trap, was not able to grab that one, unfortunately, because Sot, I think he might have seen Stu's game and is trying to rival that performance. I think he might want to try to get more kills than Stewart.
Baskin's in danger. He needs help from the rest of the team, and as he goes down, we can take a listen into the Sololane Sluggers to see how they can avenge the death of their jungler.
Killed him. Yep. Get that bounty. Oh, is over there, the TPing.
I'm trying to cover the options.
No. Oh no. Oh, they got us. It was all a trap. I trolled. Dude, I said I would target. What the hell? I didn't follow the target. Didn't follow the call. It's okay. We'll work on that in VOD review. Yep.
I got another Sunder here. Connected.
That's massive.
Nice.
Holy shit, nice.
Big stun here.
Me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Silly, you are going off. You're an up-and-coming player. Holy fuck.
You got all eyes on me today.
This silly guy. Can he get any sillier though? That's the real question.
Better find out.
I don't know. He's pretty silly right now. Like, he might be a very silly guy, but is he the silliest? I don't know.
Dude, look at the KD. 1119.
Holy shit. Imagine this boost on your actual, like, your actual season. Like, KDA. Yeah, like.
Oh, maybe it does.
I wish my blink was up.
I
might go chaotic
mid.
some kind of oh wait, yeah, we have a nice flank here.
They have no clue. They have no clue.
Janus no blink for a little bit.
I'm looking at Janus. Oh, he's down.
Oh, Big Tusky goes down, Alright! I got a trap! Oh, he went the other way. I still have a trap. Oh, holy fuck, what a Tusky, dude. That was an insane Tusky. Can we do fire? Can we do real fire? Sure.
J-Mac, I've got some big news. While we were watching that fight, I got a call. The Silly Goose Academy.
Yeah?
Ducky made it. He's in.
Wait, who's Ducky?
Oh, the very silly guy.
Very silly guy
yeah,
made it?
he's in, man.
He made it to Silly Goose Academy.
Yeah, he's going to be a star.
He showed us just how silly he can be. His team has. They said, you might be a very silly guy, but are you the silliest? And he proved to us just how silly he is. That dive under Tier 1 tower, nobody there, tower still standing. That's some silly play.
That was. Now let's see how silly this play can be. Aqua trading well now, but what happens when
Aqua
all your
needs help.
damage is gone?
Okay, never mind. Aqua needs help. He desperately
The
needs
double
help.
teleport!
Sat's expecting one teleport, not two. Never mind, he's expecting every teleport. Stop funneling over to SOT. It's the conveyor belt of death. Connors body blocked against the wall. Baskin takes his triple kill. It takes more than 3. It takes a whole army to take down SOT.
Unfortunate, man. The double teleport in I thought was going to be the flank of the sentry, and Sat said, oh good, more bodies for me to just kill with my set clones. 3 items, man. That's a relic dagger. That doesn't help.
Even damage.
That doesn't even help him do damage. Like, why is he fragging so hard with just the set clones?
Oh no,
he's still going. Why not?
He has a lot of HP. Okay, no, Phoenix does. Ironically, the Phoenix actually just hits harder than the Fonzo fam at this point. That's their best way to kill SOT is let him dive a Phoenix, so that way it'll do more damage.
I wanted to see a full Blood Forge buy, and my man bought Rage. He's going crit set at this point. Why not?
Oh no, Haddix, portal's not enough. Kana's trying to run, but Baskin can chase down. Double for Julio, fineokay. He's got the dash to get under Phoenix. That's his safest place to stand right now. Doesn't matter that he's got 2 towers in that lane. The Phoenix is your only safe place.
There are still 3 tier 2s and 1 tier 1 for the Sololane Sluggers to try and go through here before they can break the base of the Fonzo fam. I feel like they've got time. You know, Fonzo fam can try and get some farm, maybe try and cap a beacon. That's what fineokay's up to now. But there's a silly guy who's on his way. Doesn't seem like he's going to make it. A little too late. fineokay grabs the beacon for free. Should be able to run away here. Gets whooped. But I don't imagine that Baskin has that much chase down potential without the rest of the squad. Interesting hold, though.
Baskin holds.
He was just checking. Make sure no one's there.
He wanted the bird's eye view of that chase.
Exactly.
Chasing from the ground is not as fun. You got to chase from the sky. He wanted to be the attack helicopter for the team. Problem is, he's got a chainsaw on the ground in SOT. Man, he is just tearing through this competition right now. 17-4.
Kind of jump change if you think about it.
Now, Stu did better. Stu got like 10 more kills. He's still got time, though. Well, not unless Julio keeps taking kills away from him. That's 7 in a row for Julio. Unstoppable 1v1 between Nika and Variety, and Tusky hits just a little too hard. Takes down another one. Tier 2 tower under fire by Julio and the very silly guy with SOT waiting inside the jungle for his next victim. And it might just be Haddix. Haddix lucky he has 2 portals, and he might not even be that lucky because SOT's still willing to dive.
Certainly is. Here comes Kana, does have the dazzling offensive. Can you find the stun? You find 2 and a portal onto Julio. That's going to pull the beads, but very silly guy has to eat all of this damage.
Oh, double knockup, double crushing wave. Julio's going absolutely insane. He's 9-0 in his last little bit, and give him a triple kill as well. SOT's not the only one who gets accolades this game. Stack one up for Julio, 11-1 and 7 on the Hebo. He might just get another one if Aqua steps too far up.
Aqua pulls the beads, doesn't have the laser eyes just yet. And actually, to the backline Sot goes. Luckily, Variety was there to make sure Aqua had some backup. One bird goes down. Nika want to fight over on tier 2, push the whole way forward. Is going to try to grab this left bird as well. All the while, Julio, 1 HP, is able to get out just fine, forcing the rewind there from Variety.
Oh, Aqua. You do not have enough damage for this one, especially not with a Hydra's failed, not Artemis that Nika's gone for this time. Haddix tries to get him with the ultimate, but Nika's just a little too fast. Movement speed
Cooldown, man.
plus having a speed buff. He's able to get away for the time with his blink, pops the beads, but gets hit by the heart bomb. That's going to slow things down. Haddix still keeping up the chase. fineokay dashes in. Can Nika get the 2v1 turnaround kill? He needs one more on Haddix, and he finds the fadeaway. But Nika doesn't have immunity to get out of this one. It's got to be Baskin to redeem him, to take down fineokay. But Baskin's just taking a world tour up in the sky. He's not even going to fire any damage. He's just chasing him at this point.
The trap! The big brain play!
The bait! The ultimate bait by Baskin. Julio, he wants another kill. Kana, keep running. Is it going to be Sot? Is it going to be Julio? It's Julio, immortal for the Hebo.
J-Mac, how did Nika know? He placed that trap This must have been 3 minutes ago he planned for that kill. fineokay falls for it every single time, but Variety shows his hand. He's going for the backdoor challenge. He split pushed all the way through right, picks up the right side bird, and now the Fonzo fam has a way to end this game. If Haddix ults the team in, they could just try and dropship the Titan. Sot is finally losing a trade, or is he?
Oh, yes, he is, but it's only because Haddix made it an uneven battle. The crit coming online for SOT a little bit more in his final item there, towards Deathbringer. Potentially. I gotta imagine you're going Deathbringer at that point.
He better.
I hope he does.
I mean, Nika went Deathbringer, so he's got 1 crit item essentially with the fail not proc, turn it into 2. He's gonna have a decent crit chance, but he's going for the 1 shot, right? He wants to ult bunk. That's what I'm thinking. If he's able to get that 1 shot, it'll be very satisfying to watch.
Variety versus Baskin.
Oh.
Nope, Baskin versus everybody. That's 1 down. Baskin still near full HP after all of that. 2 dive in instantly. Baskin doesn't have ult this time, so he is as good as dead. Didn't even use the knockback med to try and save himself that time.
Yo, I think they're either going to go for fire or go for the end call. Remember, they've got a Phoenix down, but Julio is here, and he has been known to 1v3 at times. What happens if he tries to 1v4, though?
Well, Fonzo fam try and take this fire giant. Can they do so? Let's take a listen in to the Fonzo fam as they go for the objective.
I had it.
We're taking? We're taking?
I'm getting fucking owned.
Oh,
He's dead.
Oh. Easy money. I got you. You're hungry?
Nice. I'm so hungry. Fill me up.
I'm backing. I can take you back. Oh my god. This
Wait, I got your portal. Take it. Oh shit, that's awkward.
I'm out.
Wait, we're actually.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, the dogs.
Uh-oh.
This guy, man.
Alright, just don't lose. Just don't lose.
Yeah, I got portal. I'll be fine.
Got.
Oh! 700 crit.
No, we're fine. We're fine. Sorry, guys. I'm going right. Wait, the creeps might end the game, actually.
Or like. Lame.
Well, it started out really good for Fonzo fam, going for fire. And then the Sololane Sluggers showed up, and it didn't go so well, Trelly.
Did he say more like the lame? I think Variety said the creeps might end the game, and fineokay said
More
like the lame. That's what you want from your Cupid jungle. Your 3 and 10 Cupid jungle with upgraded teleport and cooldown.
Variety's KDA saving. He's the only one on this team who doesn't have double-digit deaths.
Well, now that he has Bumba Spear, he can actually like solo a Phoenix if he's playing correctly. He should have got like Frenzy and
The problem is the Fonzo fam was supposed to do that like almost 15 minutes ago.
they're tardy to the party, man. Oh, here comes the ult. Not quite inside.
No, that missed. Zot's actually waiting at the bar. fineokay says, open the door, please. Baskin's chasing me down. Can they 2v? No, Baskin can't. He doesn't have beads. He's already used med. He's got nothing left. fineokay gets the kill. Couldn't we see a triple-double from anyone on Fonzo fam? We need minimum 5 kills on a single person for that?
I mean, Baskin just has to die 3 more times.
We could see it from Baskin. He's the closest on his team. Fonzo fam needs quite a few kills on 1 person to do that.
Aqua has been swinging. I've noticed the damage has definitely increased. Hasn't been able to finish too many of those kills, though. Ooh, close.
Nika chasing down, wants this. Nope,
Silly
silly
boy.
guy. The silly guy jumps in for a silly kill. And Connor runs for his life because he's got 1 lone Artemis chasing him down. No blink for Nika just yet. Doesn't have ultimate either. And can he even get the kill? Connor's just trying to loop him around the circle as much as he can, but it's a trap by Nika. A crit right after to take him down. Man, I just thought about it. Nika's build is kind of crazy. You get Hydras plus crit plus your passive. If you get a crit from that first auto after, you swing.
That's what I'm saying. Ult, bonk. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to see. So far, hasn't been able to one-shot anyone, but maybe if Silly Guy gets a Sunder off, something like that could help out.
Well, can the Fonzo fam survive under Phoenix? Very silly guy. Holds the aggro, so SOT can just go rampant in the back line. Aquarius lives a little while. The lifesteal, not enough. Even with a heart bomb on top of Sot, it's not enough to slow him down. The Phoenix is. That's the thing that does the... Oh, never mind. Haddix is starting to do a lot of damage, too. Ultimate doesn't find anybody through the portal, but Julio says, who cares about a portal? I've got a crushing wave. And the Sololane Sluggers run right through the Phoenix. It's Tusky. It's a couple autos. Nika's got a double. Variety is the last one standing, and he finds himself 1 kill in this fight. But he's got to stop the Titan. It's doing so much damage to his own, but he gets picked up by Baskin. He has to use the Aegis just to go back to Fountain because Baskin's doing too much damage. And now Variety's just got to defend against 3 plus a Titan. It's a 4v1 essentially in this case. Variety takes down one.
He's going crazy.
Takes down another. Julio, Baskin, they're both trying to fight. It's a rewind from Variety. It puts him closer to Julio, and he nearly takes him down. Does get one. He's got to kill the Titan to save his own throne room.
He does have to get it. He isn't quite able to. I was going to say there's fire minions pouring into his own base, so if they were able to send the Titan back, could have been nice.
Sololane Sluggers, the bank on their Titan and minions to win that game out. Not enough of a defense from Variety. Had a lot of damage built, but unfortunately in that last little fight, at least from what we can see from his POV, Charlie, didn't see a whole lot of those abilities hit.
He was singing auto attacks, man. He's an ADC at heart. Yeah, sure, there's some abilities that Chronos has, but really it's those poly shots, things like that. That's what he was looking for, and he got some kills. You know, Variety did his best. It did just seem like the Sololane Sluggers brought a more viable composition for this current meta. That's what we'll call it.
A little bit more viable. I mean, I'm still just going to call Variety out for KDA saving that game. Like, yeah, sure, you can continue, you can still get a one-shot style of build, but when everybody else on your team has gone down at least 10 times, you're sitting there at 2 and 4. It just feels like you're a little scared to get involved in the game. I'm just saying.
Did he get a Phoenix or not?
He did get a Phoenix, which I guess is more than the rest of his team got.
So we blame Haddix for not ulting the team into the Titan. That was the play. They had Anubis ult. As far as I'm concerned, Variety did his job. The rest of the team threw.
Variety got the structure damage, but was not able to find a win for his team. The Sololane Sluggers go up 1-0 in the set. Can they close out in 2? We'll find out after this break.
till the night is over. I'll show you paradise, but hang on just just a little longer. I will be yours, you will be mine. Let it unfold, your legs intertwine. So don't close your eyes just yet. Just yet. Show your Don't close your eyes. It's not even the midnight hour. Hold on and hold tight. Stay awake with all your power. I will be yours, you will be mine. Let it unfold, your legs intertwine. So don't close your eyes just yet. Give into the dark and I'll give more. Give into the dark and I'll give more. Give into the dark and I'll give more. Yeah, I'll give more. Give into the dark and I'll give more. Give into the dark and I'll give more.
The Sololane Sluggers take a 1-0 lead after game 1. Of course, we want to snap into that, but something you should snap into is a new browser tab where you go to shop.smiteproleague.com or shop.hi-rezstudios.com/SPL to pick up a whole smattering of jerseys, whether it's the hoodies, if you want to represent your favorite teams out there. I know you're looking at the cameras, you look into the player booths, you see these guys, whether it's a Warriors jersey, Dragons jersey, Ferryman, Hounds are on the list. You know, you go to the other side, the Ravens, the Kings, Leviathans, all of those. You want to pick something up to represent your favorite team. You want to look as good as the players do. Well, then you can go over and get some of the fantastic merchandise that they have over at Skulls. I will stand by this. First off, I think the jerseys are really comfortable, which Inbound you probably can attest to even more because you wore the jersey more than I wear the jerseys.
Yeah, the jerseys are very nice.
The baseball jersey, which I think is also still in the store, I love. And it's one that I got last year at Worlds and am attached to, maybe like too much. But the t-shirts, I genuinely think are some of the most comfortable things. So thanks to Skulls for partnering with us, and thanks for you, not only for watching, but for checking them out. And of course, watching that last game Inbound, which was a lot of kills, a lot of blood, a lot of set, top to bottom.
The set has been just dominating like this entire tournament. Kind of like throw back to SPL. Set, when he gets played, he kind of just dominates. I don't know. And the set just seems to be winning. So I guess game 2 we won't get to see the set because the guys you played in game 1 don't play in game 2.
And honestly, good riddance, am I right?
Yeah, honestly, I'm tired of the set. It's so good.
Something new, something versatile. SOT did not break an individual kill record. So unfortunately, maybe not standing up to Stu's mid set, but still got a lot of kills on the set in mid, and it didn't really stop there either. It feels like the entire team was able to just kind of pick them up. They were, for lack of a better term, farming the Fonzo fam.
I thought you were going to do another F thing.
Yeah, they were farming the Funky Fresh Fonzo fam Fast Fun Fire Squad.
Nice job.
There's got to be another F instead of squad. Squad, like, but I can't use fam again because they already have it. Friends. Oh my God! And this is what it's like to have someone who supports you in life and helps you get to where you win. So they were farming the funky, fresh Fonzo fam, fun, fast fire friends. And unfortunately, that did mean it was like a 80 to something at the end. I mean, it was wild.
It
how
was.
many kills there were.
It was a
on
bit
one
of a
side.
blowout.
So best KDA, and this is quick math, but 13 and 2 usually that's a pretty good KDA. 17 and 5, that's like a 3-point something. 10 and 7, or sorry, that's a 19. Over there, it looks like a 10. That is a 19. I almost discredited my man Sot, but he did an incredible job. Lots of kills, lots of assists. If you're looking at the left, if you look at the right, I think you can really see some. Well, I was going to say some correlation because I see 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the wards, which really on Kana, if you had just placed literally one, that would have been the coolest screen gab for wards.
I didn't even notice that.
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Instead, he placed 0, and someone with good Photoshop, like go pretend Kana placed a ward for me, please. I'm kind of upset about this. The other side had some more wards, but I think they were living in the jungle, living for the kills, and when the other team is dead for so long, so often, I think you have less to worry about people attacking you.
Yeah, you don't need to ward when you're dead so many times. Like, there's no reason to put a ward up when you're already dying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we didn't get any triple doubles either.
No.
Which is the saddest point.
But really, like, look, if there's only like 2 things that these games need, and that's one of the 2. I don't know what the other is yet. Maybe pentakills.
Pentakills, gotta be pentakills.
Pentakill. You know what? Pentakills, triple doubles, and insane kill counts. Those are the 3 things to a good, fun SMITE set, at least between the 2 roles. So Fonzo, let me see. The Funky Fresh Fonzo fam, fast and fun fire friends are going to be taking first pick. Oh my God. Okay, I can't keep it up, man. I'm gonna.
I don't even know how you did it this many times. I can't even hear you say it correctly because it just messes up in my head.
Yeah, it falls. It's like there's something. Either that means there's something wrong with you, but more than likely it means there's something wrong with me that I can keep doing it, and that's probably accurate. But hey, guess what, Fonzo fam? They're gonna ban the same things they did last time. Herc, Tyr, Sun Wukong, slightly different order, same 3 guys. Afro, Yamoja. At this point, you're banning healers. They're going to let Marty instead.
They are banning some of the sweatier characters, so are they going to continue the sweaty kind of picks? Hebo.
Horus.
They went Hebo set.
Yeah.
I mean, we're considering Horus a fun god too, right? That's a fun god.
And also, I think Horus is very dependent on where you throw him, right?
True.
Like if you throw him in the traditional support, probably, I mean, like, I still have fun playing him, but maybe not the fun levity that the Fonzo fam went with last time. That being said, it's also real fun to see him like jungle or mid or, God forbid, carry. No idea. If
maybe
that's
not
gonna
carry.
happen.
Maybe
not
jungle
carry.
mid.
That might not
Maybe
be fun.
jungle mid.
Maybe jungle mid, solo even. Like we've seen him there a couple of
with that.
times. Fine with it. Soul and Apollo get locked in. Apollo's been very popular for these guys today.
They just like the like the UAV Apollo where you just go into
Go
the air
up and
just so you show
circle.
everyone all the
Yeah.
time. That's probably why they like it.
Enemy
They don't have to.
UAV online.
Yeah, they don't have to PvP. They can just be that helpful little kill streak in the air, helping them find people. Then they don't need a ward. Then those 0, 2,
he's
4,
literally
5
just the
wards.
ward.
Yeah.
Which means, if that's the case, guarantee. Oh no, that's on the other team. No, it was on the same. Yeah, no, never mind. On the other team. We're reset here as they flop sides. Also, not me completely forgetting who it was. Oh, it was Kana who plays 0 wards. I was like, I can't even remember who it was anymore. And so, unfortunately, but he's going to be Heimdallr, and or presumably maybe able to play Heimdallr. And if there's anyone that can see everything, it should be Heimdallr. Alongside the Morrigan locked in for them. So not only do you get to have fun with your variety, you also get to change into any of the fun on the other side, which is Soul, Apollo, Anhur as of right now. And so diversifying some of the carries, Solo Sluggers ban out Bologna, Guan Yu. And so the Warriors, solo lane, ego ban pumping continues.
They got to ban the Arthur again. It's the one they're missing. Just complete the trifecta, the penta, whatever. Just ban out all of them.
Olaron. Well, we were
Olaron's
talking about how
OP.
flexible he is.
And he's
so.
OP. He's first pick. I mean, if he's making it all the way down this far, you got to ban him away.
Yeah, that one, honestly, it's an oversight. And if you're looking at it, actually, was Freya wasn't in the last game, was she? So there's still opportunities I was thinking you see Apollo, Anhur, Kern, and Soul. You want maybe one more magical, but it seems like they're going auto attackers full and full. And so it was the question. Oh no, Freya was last game, which shows how much I know. So unfortunately,
don't worry. I was going to say maybe a
Olaron.
Fafnir here, and Fafnir was also last game, so no Fafnir for the auto attack comp.
Man,
We're
just falling apart.
a little short on it.
Yeah, Olaron and Chronos was last game too. Wait, actually, all of
There's
the
nothing
magical
left.
carries. What are they gonna do? It's all falling apart here. What magical? Okay, now hear me out, Inbound.
Oh, no.
Okay, I want your opinion on this. It's for funsies.
Okay.
I got 2 for you.
All right.
1, an all rings attack build Sylvanas.
I don't hate it.
JMac
I don't
very
hate
loudly
it. Okay,
said
of
yes.
course JMac would like that, but I don't hate it. What's
Okay.
the other one? What's the other
The
one?
other one, and this is one that I'm a fan of, not when I'm actually trying to play, but attack damage Nuwa, because it feels like it plays with their passive a little bit.
I will say I like that one more because
Yeah.
she also just got the buff, and so now fighting like an attack speed Nuwa at level 1 who's got 2 minions body blocking
Yeah.
for her. Like, can you even beat her?
You root them, they're getting body blocked, smacked by minions, then you hit them with the shining metal when you hit level 2 because you've killed them 5 times by then. I mean, you're just so much better. And it literally is just, I like hearing the passive root, and so it's just like smack you 5 times and throw it again.
That is one of the best sounds in the entire game, the Nuwa root. It's 10 out of 10.
Well, the answer was questioned. Hachi is the 5th god they go for, so they only have the 1 magical damage.
If you think about it, Hachi is kind of like Fafnir in the fact that he buffs up allies' attack speed with his second ability. So,
And that's all you need, really.
maybe to complete the comp, you need something that increases your entire team's attack speed, a la Hachiman. Perfect pick.
And how do you feel? It feels like Fonzo fam, like Heimdallr was kind of in that list, but it feels like they were stealing some of the ideas. We got ranged carries for solo sluggers, but auto attackers definitely became like a really big thing. Like Kali, Mercury at the very end. These guys are trying to drag us to 40 minutes and then just press 4 and win.
I think this is both teams realizing that just warrior class is just not good, so they're just going to pick the OP classes, the hunters, the assassins, and then the only magical assassin and one of the only magical hunters left.
Yeah.
Like they're just abusing the OP roles, OP classes.
If you really think about it, that Olaron pan was maybe a little sweaty even.
It might have been actually, and I thought they were all about fun.
Yeah, it was even in the long, like, 8-word name they have.
You gonna do it again,
I can't
or-
believe that they did it. Yeah, the Funky Fresh Fonzo Fam Fun Fast Fire Friends. Can't believe that they would, like, at least 3 of those words, probably. I can't remember them all. Like, I can remember the chunk. I cannot decipher the individual words anymore. But you would think that they're about fun, because it's in the name. And I assume that they were going to try to provide some of those, but like Kali, Mercury,
No
banning
fun.
the Olaron, they're stripping away some of the fun from the Sololane Sluggers. It feels like they're maybe clashing with some of their ideals.
I respect it a little bit, The fun didn't work out too much last game. Let's switch it up a little. Maybe let's use the sweatier comp. Let's play some auto attack gods. Try that.
See, like if they're gonna get like 80 kills, we should get, 80
80
kills.
kills.
That's the mentality. It doesn't necessarily like the W. That's on the horizon. That's in the future, maybe. For them, it's all about that kill count. Because as we know, KDA is literally the only thing that matters.
And pentakills and
Yeah, and pentakills,
triple doubles.
triple doubles. Oh wait, kill count. High kill count was on
Yeah,
that
high
list. That
kill
was the
count.
third.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
the third
what was the high third one?
That's all you need.
Yeah, see, we're staying consistent at least somewhat here. And so, looking at these comps, do all the carries over there, are those 5 just too strong for the Fonzo fam to overcome? We're looking at a 2-0, or are you looking at like a Horus, a Morrigan, and then the rest as just too powerful?
I mean, you think about it, the solo team kind of has everything they need. They've got the shred to kill them. They've got the global jungle presence from Apollo. They've got some safety on the Hachiman. And they have a little bit of magical damage also. I think this solo comp has just about everything you want.
And honestly, we've seen a lot of these gods play not just carry role. I mean, we've seen them in mid, we've seen them in jungle, we've seen them in solo, we've seen them in support. We'll see if they can keep it going here. The Sololane Sluggers game 2, looking for their 2-0 with JMac and Trell.
That's right. We'll see if the Sololane Sluggers can 2-0 or if the Fonzo fam will bring this back to take us to game number 3. And Trelly, we have 5 Bumba's Daggers from the Fonzo fam to start out game number 2. A 61% viewer vote in favor of them. That 61% came before they saw the 5 Bumbas daggers. Do you think that number goes up if they get to vote after they see that, or do you think that number goes down?
Do you think I care more about the daggers or the relics? I'll let you go ahead and check those out first.
5 teleports, too. I was so fixated on daggers, I didn't see they had those little teleport glyphs over there.
Yeah, so it's pretty clear what their plan is. Get Bumba's dagger, build auto attack, teleport in, backdoor. That's what the Fonzo fam is going for. They are going for the structure PvE strategy. Bold. Let's see if it works out for them. I am extremely interested to see how this one goes.
It's a good dodgeball reference you threw there.
I got you.
Wonder how many viewers have seen dodgeball.
It came out in 2003. There's probably people watching that weren't even born.
I can't even believe it's that old. I mean, I can believe it's that old, but it doesn't make me feel better knowing that it's older like that. It's a good movie. Go watch it.
I actually have been told it doesn't hold up. I haven't seen it recently.
I haven't seen it within the last like 4 or 5 years.
Well, watch it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll have to do. I will say the Austin Powers movies don't hold up as well as they used to. Those I have watched recently.
This has been the movie podcast with Trelly and J-Mac. There's also gameplay in the background, but that's not what you're all here for.
So let's move on to our next movie topic at hand. We're going to talk about the entire lore of Star Wars. No, we're not going to. We got 9 movies, like 17 TV series to go through.
Be a one-sided conversation, J-Mac. You already know I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, don't worry. I haven't seen any of the newest 3 anyways.
Cool. Well,
that's all we got.
I mean, there's no fighting going on, so at this point, the junglers, which I presume are Baskin and fineokay solo, so it's going to have to be Haddix going in for a possible gag here. Connor does go down without the body blocks for Chris, but that tower shot, hello?
Aquarius goes back in, needs a little bit of help, gets it, but Ducky trying to turn it around. Wait, who's Ducky? Where'd Very Silly Guy go? Where did they get this guy from? This isn't the Very Silly Guy. You need your Very Silly Guy if you're going to win a team fight. Ducky jumps back with the team and already goes down in the duo lane.
1-0 for Haddix, 1-0 for fineokay. A good start for the Fonzo fam. 1 teleport comes through, 2 teleports come through. That's right, there's 3 members already in the mid lane, and they are sieging forward. SOT, you better get out of here because there's 3 members of the Fonzo fam stepping forward at you menacingly.
So only Variety with a teleport still available.
That could be big.
Hasn't used it. Now I'm going to say it again. I don't want to see him KDA save this game. Look, the desk brought up the trifecta of what we need to see in a game like this, in a set like this. And it's high kill count, triple doubles, and pentakills. You're not going to be getting pentakills if you're sitting in lane the whole time. You're not going to get high kill count if you're sitting in lane the whole time, not doing anything, joining. And you're not going to get a triple double if you're not joining the action. You're just going to be sitting by and passively farming. I want to see Variety get active this game.
Would be nice. Blue buff attempted, invade unsuccessful it would seem. Actually, no, I think I actually got it. Yeah, that was a successful invade, so unfortunate there. SOT once again is surrounded. Not able to juke out the stun. Beautiful Mez. Gets him out of trouble 4 now. Man, trying to keep track. It's usually so easy because if you forget the roles for a second, you just look at the gods. But in this case, yeah, I mean, the player name would give us no help because they've been swapping up roles consistently. The god is not going to help because everyone on the right side of the map is ADCs. And the builds is not going to help because the Fonzo fam are all just building Bumbas.
Oh, ultimate. Did Julio just give up on it? He needed 1 more spear. Was my mind game? He's going for a 360 between every spear. Did he try and bump his DPI to max? Try and hit every single one that way? What was that ultimate
Nika's
from
never
Nika?
seen Supernova before. He doesn't know you can like draw it. He's like, I thought it was just 1. I placed it. It was over. It could have definitely punted.
I've only ever seen Supernova hit like that if you die and it just drops everything in the one spot because you can't paint anymore. I've never seen somebody just not paint with Supernova.
He didn't know you could drag it, man. He's like, all right, I missed the first tick. Surely the rest of it's going to miss, and didn't even consider trying to move it.
You think Ducky told him, like, hey, you know you can move that, right? And he's
Who?
sitting there going, Ducky.
Who?
No, Ducky. He's in this game now. They got rid of the Very Silly Guy. It's Ducky replacing him.
I've literally never heard of that guy before.
He used to play pro at some point, I think. Maybe kind of recently.
Was he like the backup for Very Silly Guy?
I gotta imagine he's like the. He's not the mentor. He's the student.
Okay.
He's the one who learned under Very Silly Guy. So we have to see if the student can surpass the master. So far,
not so much.
Not so much. The master is still number 1.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to continue watching. as Ducky goes in for the support Hachiman build. War Flag, Thebes, only one building tanky so far for the Sluggers, whereas on the other side, Cxnnahh, he's just Horus. You know, he's just the only tank in the game, and will probably continue to be the only tank in the game, unless Haddix ults into him. Oh, here we go. The strats have begun.
Taking a page out of the Fonzo fam's book by grouping up in mid. Unfortunate for Baskin, he took a tower shot. Nika's able to take down one. That's the power of the Hunter style of team. But a dive in by Haddix and Cxnnahh. fineokay's trying to fight, does send one through the realms. Will be death on landing as Baskin and Ducky still fight back up against Cxnnahh. With fineokay getting the 1 kill. SOT, he gave up mid lane. He went to the duo lane to instead fight up against Aquarius. And he's found not just the tower, but also a kill. And Baskin's got no idea where Haddix went.
Wow, he got so juked, but it looks like Ducky was able to spot him out for now. Haddix might get one more chance to try and use his stealth. But actually, I don't think he gets the chance at all because they're going to show up and just AoE him. Yep, immediately found out, and Nika gets the credit for that kill. All the while, Variety picks up the kill on the Sot as well.
He left the solo lane.
There are 2 Tier 1 towers gone, and they are both in favor of the Sololane Sluggers. The Fonzo fam, who is going the back door strat, going Bumbas, have not grouped up for a tower yet.
You think it's a misplay by the Fonzo fam to have not already maxed out their teleports by this point? I think only Haddix is upgraded at 1 tier. Everybody else still sitting on tier 1. Is that a misplay by Fonzo fam?
I don't think it's a misplay. I think if they're able to get a bird down, if they're able to group up and split push, and they can find a ward and go in for an end call, then yeah, you can upgrade it then. But for now, you got to have a little bit of farm online so that you can make some clutch rotations, make some clutch plays, have the damage to continue that farm. That's why we see the golden blades and the soul eaters and such. I think it's a smart call to not upgrade it fully. But once again, Sololane Sluggers are grouping up for a tower. They don't have the frenzy yet, but they do have the banner from Ducky, and that's going to be enough attack speed. Here they go.
That's the support Hachiman we've been looking for. Ducky drops banner down, gives everybody in the area that increased attack speed. Sun on top of Aquarius. He finds a double stun in return. Tier 2 tower is committed on by the Sololane Sluggers. They get it. And Variety has joined the fray once more, only to die to Nika, and it's a turn back around. Aquarius gets death immunity for a moment. He's got to get his target, but is his target even in the same area? It doesn't matter because Nika puts him down. As fineokay dashed in with the ult for a kill. Nika trying to run. fineokay wants to close the gap. I don't know what stopped fineokay from going through there, but now does not get to chase Nika.
I think he placed it, and then he wasn't quite in the center, and it just took way longer than it should have. There was no way he was going to be able to catch it. And Julio doesn't stop the ult.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
I was going to say doesn't stop the ult early this time, but does miss the impale, which means the solo kill on the Haddix is a lost cause. The tier 2 tower already gone. The Sololane Sluggers have both of their frenzies up, so they can group up to grab another tower, destroy another lane if possible, J-Mac. They are looking for structures, and they have their eyes peeled for a reason.
Tempted kill towards Cxnnahh, but fast dash will get him away, at least from Baskin. But when you've got a team of hunters, this is what you got to do. Take down towers, take down furies, take down any objective, and anything that's not a god. I mean, I guess you can still take down gods, but you're going to also do a lot to everything else on the map, especially when Ducky's bolstering up the team.
Oh my gosh, look at the
Shogun's
gold.
Kasari on the way for him?
Look at the gold.
5,000 D.
I guess that's what two tier 1s and a tier 2 and a gold fury are going to do for the Sololane Sluggers. Ducky is surprisingly tanky. That gold fury really didn't hurt him that much, and it was just thieves. Well, you're right. We'll be going into what we can only assume is the Shoguns later on. Try and help the team get these structures even faster.
What else can Ducky build to really bolster his team? You just
Heavy Xe.
Could go heavy Xe. Do you go for like an Emperor's Armor to reduce the tower attack speed?
Could be
Or do you think by the point in time he even gets there, like there's not anything left on the map for it to be worthwhile?
I don't know. Sot's got to have to find Haddix here. Haddix, does he have enough time to ult away himself? He's going to have to juke the ult and go up, but Sot is just going to wait it out.
Well, Sot's going through the realms. I don't think he's dead yet. Need a couple extra auto attacks to do so, and it's kind of take him down. Baskin gets to watch from a distance as his mid laner, in air quotes, I guess, goes down. 6-7, though. Despite how much fighting has been going on, it's not been a whole lot of kills so far. Only 13 total in the 9 minutes. By this point last time, we were like double this.
Well, J-Mac, it's important to know that Fire Giant spawns in 20 seconds, and I'm noticing the Sololane Sluggers are on the right side of the map.
They have double frenzy.
Do you think they are just going for tier 1, or do you think they're going to make a play for FG here?
No, they get Fire Giant 100% right after.
Yeah, right after.
It's got to be Fonzo fam though who have to recognize that you're fighting against
here we go.
4 hunters who are already potentially on that side of the map, plus 1 on the way. 10-minute Fire Giant. Will this be our fastest Fire Giant of the season? Maybe even one of the fastest Fire Giants of all time. Going over to the Sololane Sluggers. It's a dive in. Stolen away by the Fonzo family. It's disastrous now for the Sololane Sluggers. They've lost their fire, but they're going for their kills after a variety down. fineokay gone. Aquarius trying to save what much he can, but you don't want to walk in to 4 of the Sololane Sluggers. Aquarius jumps away, but how far can the Kali really run? Haddix is there for backup, but the Hunter squad of the Sololaners takes down their 3rd casualty.
Haddix ends up stealing the Fire Giant, the quickest. What was it, 10-12, I believe, 10-16, just about. Very quick to attempt the FG, but unfortunate, not successful. The Sololane Sluggers do still have the ability to push up, but that buff is going to be sitting nicely on Haddix and Cxnnahh for the time being. Tier 2 in mid is the target. Ducky finished the Shogun, so the extra attack speed is going to help out. Looks like that tier 2 is going to go down for free. Cxnnah's a little bit late to this.
Tier 2 tower with 2 full damage hunters and Ducky standing by. Cxnnah's going to try and slow this down, but right on top of the tower is Baskin. He'll take that one down and will turn around and fight as well. Aquarius is forced to jump away. Cxnnah just has the dash out. There's not much he can do. SOT. Does he have the damage? Yes, he does. The crash in. The Sololane Sluggers get 1, but they lose 1 right after. Make it 2 as SoloOrTroll goes down, and Baskin is stuck because the door won't open for him. And it's Haddix to knock him down.
10-11, but the Sluggers are not done looking for structures, J-Mac. There is still 1 more lane to go for, and it is going to be right lane. That tier 2 tower is not going to drop this time. Nika and Julio don't have the DPS for it, but the PvE race is certainly in the Sololane Sluggers' favor for now.
With the Oni Fury about to spawn in, surely Fonzo fam knows that this Fury is going to be under threat, because once the full brunt of the Sololane Sluggers spawn in, they can make a beeline to the objective. Maybe we can take a listen in and see if the Fonzo fam is aware that this is going to happen, and see if they do anything to maybe try and stop this potential Fury.
I'll get Berserker. I'll get the right side one.
Okay.
And then someone get the left side one. And don't upgrade yours. Keep it at 2-2.
They're gonna go gold. It's fine. Yeah.
Who cares, man? Not me.
Keep splitting.
Yep. My frenzy down.
There's a soul here.
That's 1 tower though.
Can I kill this guy?
Yeah.
So this right tower.
No way, shield. What shield?
I have a frenzy for
The
it.
fucking air.
Seriously.
Trin yet?
Tell me the whole team's coming left.
Nice. That's fine.
The thing is, we
Split
can
right.
TP
Good
out
senses,
whenever
good
we want.
senses.
Yeah.
I
Can't we, Alec?
I can't really TP anymore. I'm trying.
I got TP up.
They stopped my TP. I'm
Getting
out.
this right tower.
And I'm out.
I'm actually out.
Okay, so ward right right now.
Oh, and I'm ward.
I got you.
Nice.
Yeah,
oh, we need our
Alec,
rocket. We need a
Oh,
choice.
you have 62 seconds.
We gotta get our
man.
orange houses, dude.
I have a while for my.
I got frenzy for us. Get that shit, baby. Get that shit. Nice. Check their buffs.
Yep.
Nice shove.
We got an Apollo.
Here.
Wait, let's kill this guy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't proc your thing.
Oh shit.
It's alright, I'm on Apollo. Killing Chern in the back. Oh, I'm dead. Clean up soul. We have a soul.
I'm cooking. I'm dead.
Fuck.
Fuck!
What was off Horus, dude?
God damn it!
TP's up.
Alright, who's getting the 3rd frenzy? Oh, we already got it.
Well, the Fonzo fam knew about the Gold Fury. They still didn't stop it, even despite the fact they knew. And instead,
They didn't get the ward down either, man. That's what they all have teleport. I thought they were gonna go back to the Phoenix, but no one brought wards. That was their whole plan, and just no one had any sort of ward coverage. So now they might just lose a Phoenix as Cxnnahh is just getting melted.
Cxnnah dies. Teleport comes in, but it's to a Phoenix. It's fineokay first on the scene. And maybe a kill on Nika will help out.
The show.
Nika's still alive. Ducky's back in the fray to help them out. And Julio still stands. They're teleporting to the Phoenix that's 30 feet in front of them just to make sure they don't lose a bird. The Fonzo fam desperate for anything that they can find. Ducky will be the only casualty in this fight as the Sololane Sluggers, they come up empty-handed on the Phoenix.
I mean, they're all going to have to upgrade and save their teleports if they want this plan to work. And, of course, someone's got to ward top right. They got to wait for the Bumbas, though. So if that's the call, level 20 is still a far cry away. Might as well go in for a Pyromancer, get some runic bombs in your back pocket. Luckily, Aquarius was actually able to build the ward chalice they were talking about. So he should have a chance to get some ward vision down. But remember, Fire Giant was done at, I believe, 15-12. Yep, spawns right back in. And they're at 10-12, and now is ready to be done once again. Fonzo fan were able to steal it away last time, but Sololane Sluggers already stepping up towards the objective.
It's 50 seconds till Aqua has his teleport back. A couple more seconds for fineokay. And still 2 of them not upgraded. Haddix and Cxnnahh slacking on getting their teleports available. Aquarius gonna have to go back to base the fast way. I don't think you want to stick around and fight Baskin. He's got Leap Pillar from Julio. May have just saved him for a moment. Aquarius is running as fast as he can, but SOT up in the sky, and Baskin on the ground. It's a kill for Baskin. 4, 2, and 6 on the Cernunnos. The Sololane Sluggers, though. Fire Giant's worn off, Trelly. It's back on the map. We might just see a repeat of what we saw prior. As a Frenzy is popped down, the banner from Ducky, Fire Giant melting. Can Haddix get in there and steal this one away? No, he's way too slow to this one. A second Frenzy pop. Haddix gets the transformation into a Mercury. It was Sonic Boom just for some gap creation. But Baskin, he's just got to keep chasing him down.
Look at mid Phoenix. I mean, it doesn't seem like the Fonzo fam's too concerned with what Haddix is doing. They're attempting to get a Phoenix of their own. Don't have many minions, and with Julio backing up, that bird should not drop down. The Sololane Sluggers also have their eyes on the prize, the right lane Phoenix, and they're grouped up just a little bit better. SOT doesn't quite have that F armor finish. He's only got tier 2, so it's going to be tough, but goes down for absolute free so far.
Sololane Sluggers chasing in towards the Titan. Phoenix takes down Cxnnahh. Haddix falls to Nika. There's 4 of the Sololane Sluggers at the Titan room, but there's still a healthy amount of players from the Fonzo fam. Never mind, there's 1 less. Aquarius goes down. fineokay falls. Variety punching away will take down 1 and make it 4. We'll tune in with the Sololane Sluggers. They try and end the game.
Yeah, we have it. Just come back. I'm gonna show you guys real quick.
Nice, dude. Let's fucking
Let's go!
Yes, sir.
17 minutes.
So free.
Speedrun. Damn, that was just macro excellence, I'd say.
Really, yeah. I mean, can't agree more.
Played map to perfection. We own those frauds.
Yep.
17 minutes. That's all it took. I mean, you saw the Fire Giant.
It's okay, he's new. We still got to teach him. He'll learn. It'll take him a little bit, but he'll learn. No worries.
Can you guys tell it's Bobby's first day?
Give him a break. Look, we just said it's his first day. It'll be good.
You think I'm gonna warn you with all the caster shots on me?
Look, you can see a TV like over here. There's a TV over there. All good, no worries. He'll learn. It's his first day. Yep. It's one of his first tests that he comes out here. But unfortunate here for the Fonzo fam. There 5 Bumbas, Dagger, 5 teleport strat just doesn't hold up to what 5 ADCs is able to do.
Yep, they severely lacked in the frenzies and the grouping, I'd say. And that was the big difference for me, was the actual grouping up 4 structures, saying, hey, tier 1, tier 2, Phoenix, Fire Giant, like they were all together as a squad, whereas Fonzo fam, they were all spread out. They've got teleports, they've got wards to go to, so they were never really grouped as a unit.
And they came up with a game plan. They've got all the pieces together for the game plan, and then they threw those puzzle pieces into the garbage can because they never grouped up, never really made use of their combination. The Sololane Sluggers went out 2-0. That's it for Charlie and I here on the cast. We'll throw it over to the desk to break it down.
Well, welcome back over here. I do feel a little bad. Because as I just admitted
You watched
to you,
me.
and because they said they wouldn't throw up a hands up to you, I had the thought of, oh, that camera is probably going to go live soon. And I was like, well, maybe it's still on the player cams.
They weren't talking.
And then there was like a step like right before you got there that I probably could have been like, hey, like go around. But then I was like, this will be funny.
It wasn't funny. Was it, guys? It wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. No, nobody's laughing.
No,
it's actually a really serious matter.
Serious games followed by...
And a really serious problem
serious.
that we actually experience in day-to-day life. Every 60 seconds, someone walks in front of a camera that they shouldn't. And this is a very tragic and serious issue that we're trying to address. So you can use !camera in chat to have a link to Inbound's Twitter and follow him for more awareness.
I'm not giving you anything with that one, too.
I'll be honest, didn't know where to go with it. But hey, it was a fun game to watch. And lo and behold, I think what we saw is Hunters proving that the solo laners proving that Hunters are OP.
And agreed. I mean, Hunters have been busted since Smite's release. I don't think they've ever been weak, if I could say that.
Yeah, it's all propaganda whenever they say it the other way.
Yeah. It's really great to see solo laners go out, show how easy these characters are, and just how bloated their kits are.
And to showcase, more importantly, who the best 5 solo laners are, of course, in the league, and maybe kind of illustrate that for a lot of it. It was an interesting game, though. A lot of blood. I do remember, I feel like it was Haddix at one point we went into. There was a listen-in, and I can't remember if his phrasing was like, I'm going to pop off, or if I was like, I'm about to cook, and then he died within 5 seconds, and so nothing big happened. And so, knowing that, yeah, I think Nika learned a little bit about like how Supernova works. I think at one point we saw that very early in the lane. But the team really just coalescing. I mean, look at this. Auto attacks from range, knocking them down. Not much you can do about stuff like that. Pretty simple, quick victory. The KDs and total kills, maybe not as insane as they once were. But you get to see, I think, a lot more from the Fonzo fam. Just on the board, even a Fire Giant steal at one point.
I mean, maybe not a lot of kills, maybe no pentakills, maybe the numbers weren't up, triple doubles weren't there, but the games are quick. The games were quick, and we can always appreciate a quick, dominant game, very serious game that was taken serious by both teams that also resulted in just a great game by the second solo team.
Yeah, and you know what? Right now, the big deal is being the best solo laners of the solo laners.
Agreed.
Knowing that, yesterday, unfortunately, everything fell, so the only thing you had to fight for today was pride, and I'm sure that's exactly what they were fighting for, the knowledge that they could be the best 5 over the other 5. And so naturally, we've got Nika standing by for an interview to tell us all about it.
That's right. I've got Nika standing by with me for the post-game interview. Nika, not only are you the best 5 solo laners, at least of the league and of the top SCC teams, but you in that game were the top of the solo lane. You had top kills, top damage, top structure damage. How does it feel carrying the team?
Look, it wasn't a carry. It's a team performance. You heard in the comms. We filled out every role with Hunters. I mean, it shows how bloated they are, as the desk said. And yeah, it was just a great team performance all weekend.
Was that the plan going into game number 2? You said, Hunters always complain about how they're not so good. We're about to prove how good they are, and so you just decided to draft 5. Was that just to fight against the Hunter propaganda?
Look, it was just to show everyone how clearly, Hunters, they can do everything, and there's no need for anything else.
Now, of all the events that you've gotten to go through, you had a couple of sets yesterday, you now had a set today, getting to play with some of the other solo laners throughout this role. What was probably your favorite moment so far from this weekend from the games that you've gotten to play?
Probably the first game yesterday against the junglers. It was just so much fun, when Salt was just running it down on the Hebo. I don't know, it's just always so fun getting to play with a bunch of people you don't usually playing against. And yeah, hopefully we get more of these events throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very fun event to watch. We've had a blast not only casting them, getting to talk about them on the desk. The viewers have been having a great time. Who would you say was the standout player, maybe the top performer on your team so far this weekend?
Me.
There you have it. The man himself, the MVP for the solo laners. Not just the top solo lane team, but the top solo laner. Nika, thanks for coming out for the interview. Congratulations on your win. We'll throw it back to the desk.
Thank you. Confidence as not only the one of the best solo laners, guaranteed, proven factually by this set, but even self-proclaiming himself as the best of those 5. So Nika stands tall, and as he should. But we're about to get to the real meat and potatoes. We're about to get to the one. Look, mids are playing tomorrow. There's a whole finals. There's been this whole other event. We had solos v solos, inbound. Before that, what was it? It was the carries, those chumps.
Whatever.
The loser junglers started the day out.
Whatever.
Coming up next, though, supports.
Now it
Taking
gets
on
exciting.
Supports. Now we're getting into what this event is about. Now we're getting into what that is. And by now, I actually mean in a few minutes. We're going to kick it to a quick break, and when we get back, it's support v support.
I've been giving you the worst.